So we started off the world as you would start with any other. We grabbed a bit of wood, of course, very useful, very useful. We grabbed a bit more wood because, tools are necessary to be crafted and all, necessary. Then, we did spawn on a beach, but, there was a plains right next to it. So, I thought to myself, oh, we'll all just go and attack this sheep. Because, attacking sheep, I'll just use my hands. This is a great idea. But then I realized that attacking a sheep with your bare hands, probably not a good idea. So then I went over to craft some tools with the wood I got from earlier. And of course, I crafted the number one sheep killing tool, a pickaxe. No, I'm joking. I went and mined some stone. Because, really, you need to make a wooden pickaxe and then go get stone tools. Because wooden tools, I've used them, they're really not that good. Yeah, so then we mined a bit of stone for our furnace and tools, of course. Then we crafted a stone pickaxe, because I don't know why I crafted that one first. I guess I needed to craft them all, so, I crafted that one first. Then I crafted a stone axe to, let's just say, remove some wildlife. So, we got a few animals here and there. Yeah, so don't worry, we left the child. The child lives. Then we went over to mine some coal that we saw at the surface with the pickaxe that we just made. I don't know why I mined so much coal. It's really only useful like torches and burning stuff. So, yeah. And there's some new blocks that are better than that. I immediately found a water ravine and accidentally jumped into it. If that was a real ravine, I would probably be dead. But it was a water one. And since it was a water one, I immediately left and grabbed some more resources. Then we did see a little sinkhole, so we went over and crafted a furnace to smelt stuff and grabbed a bit more wood. You can never have too much wood, especially when going underground. Yeah, the fuel that I was talking about was the leaf litter that was added. I don't know if it was recently. Yeah, so we swapped out the coal for leaf litter, because you know, leaf litter. It's very easy to get. It's not a super good fuel source, but since it's so easy to get, I'd think that it sort of is. You can just get a bunch in bulk. Like, what are we doing? So then I did make a bed for purposes. I'm not gonna set my spawn or use it for like the next half an hour. But yeah, sure. I made a bed, let's go. And I got way too happy over that jump. I spent like 5 minutes, seconds, I don't know, celebrating. I was like, oh wow, I can't believe I actually made that. I'm surprised at how long I spent celebrating. Then of course we do need more coal. I don't know why, but I did mine more coal. There was a lot of coal, and we mined all of it. Once again, why? What was with the coal? Now, you can see some copper to the left over there. I did not grab it, but it will definitely be useful later, because I have a big old project, because of the copper update. Then, as we were mining down, we did find a bit of iron. We did find one as we were just mining down, but then we did find this nice 8 vein right here. So that could be useful for making like a bucket, a shield, a bunch of very useful tools. Then we just mined off to the side here to go and smelt the iron, because we want to actually make the tools. We will need an iron pickaxe if we want to get diamonds. So then we did a bit of mining. Literally, mined one block to the side and immediately found more iron. So, that gave us exactly enough for what I was hoping. Well, not exactly what I was hoping, but it gave me enough. So I started off with a pickaxe, number one thing you need. Diamonds, diamonds, we hoping to get them soon. Then, of course, we do have enough iron so to make other things, like a bucket, you know, or a shield, of course. Shield, very useful. It's just like armor, but if you hit it right, it does nothing. You just don't lose any health at all. We then did make an axe, because, axes are better than swords in Java. I was planning on not making a sword. Then we did make a bucket and leggings with the leftover 7. Because a bucket, really, it just blocks all fall damage if you have water. Then, as we were mining down, we almost instantly found more iron. Very useful. We can make more armor with that. That's just perfect. But you know what was not perfect? What was not perfect was what was right there. It's a dungeon. Now, dungeons, perfect for getting XP and stuff. But this dungeon, I had been near it for about like 5-10 minutes already. So, a bunch of mobs had already spawned, which, I can't block off the dungeon when there are a bunch of mobs there already. So what am I supposed to do? So I think to myself, oh, well, what's the number one tool? I could make a sword, I was saying earlier I wouldn't make a sword, but I guess I will. So, but then I realized that I could just mine above it, and the gravel would fall, and then the zombies would be trapped. Perfect, right? Perfect. I'm still gonna make a sword, because I need to destroy all of those ones. Yeah. I really didn't think I was gonna need to make a sword this early, but, nonetheless. Regardless, yeah. So, there were still a bunch of zombies down there, and from this height I could not hit them, which is very inconvenient, so we did then craft the sword, and we went over to go kill the zombies. Now, luckily, no more zombies can get out, right? Well, guess what? The zombies apparently can get out, since the gravel actually made a staircase up to the exit. So, I'm trying to block this off, but there's a zombie here. So we use this amazing technique called hit it till it dies with the axe. And then, we, block the exit right here. Very useful. So now no more zombies can bother us, right? Well, no more can. But there are still a bunch here. Now I am now at a height where I can hit them, but see this, and they can't hit me. But the thing is apparently they can hit me because because these zombies, they're actually jumping zombies. They are freaking athletic Olympic zombies. They have been leaping. They are leaping zombies. Now, what can you do against a leaping zombie? That's right. Nothing. I don't know what to do in this situation. I spent like a good 5 minutes trying to kill these zombies. And I am very concerned at how difficult it was to do it. Because in the end, see, look at this. My health is going down, so I move off to the side. But then I can't see them anymore. So what do I do? What do I do? I misplace a block. That's, of course, what I'm going to do. And now I'm once again at a height I can't hit them. So I go down, and they continue to jump! My health! I'm about to die! What do I do in this situation? Of course, there is only one thing I can do. I am rather ashamed of what I did at this point. But, after failing a bit more, I then did have to make the decision to leave. So I mined off in one direction, as one does, till I hit gravel. And then I realized, oh, I can just mine down here. But it's a cave. But you know what cave it is? You know what cave it is? As I'm gonna mine down, you're about to see, because this cave, guess what? It's the same cave. But luckily, the zombies have lost their potion of leaping at this point. So now they can no longer hit me. They forgot their spinjitzu moves, I guess. So with the no longer spinjitzu powered zombies, I was able to uh, defeat them rather quickly, as you can see in this little montage. We even got the child. But then, of course, we found this creeper, and since I'm very good at using a shield, watch this, all damage blocked. Yeah, to those of you who are saying that the damage wasn't blocked, I think you should look the other way when it happens next time, because it happens a lot. So we did get this lapis for enchanting, which we will hopefully be doing soon, but then something that I haven't seen before. I found a levitating bat. It was not on a block, it was just levitating, but then I did remember to go back to the chest. But yeah, I didn't like anything that was in the chest, so I did leave. And then I mined down, and you know what I found when I mined down? I found a cave, which was good, but it did have me fall like 20 blocks, which, more health loss than I was hoping. And as you can see, my food reserves are running low, so I will have to leave soon. But, as you can see, I don't see any water, but what's better than water? Of course, lava. Because lava, it just does tick damage. It's a legendary weapon. A lava bucket, what else can you do against it? That's right, you can do nothing. But then we found an amazing thing. We found the first diamonds of the Forever World. And guess what? It wasn't one, it wasn't two, it wasn't three, or four, but 6 diamonds. That's an amazing amount, because that's 2 for the enchant table, and then that's 3 for the pickaxe already. You can already have enchants with this amount of diamonds. Plus, it's just one left over for tools later when we get other diamonds, which, might be happening soon. Wink, wink. Wink, wink. Yeah. So, we checked around the cave a little bit more, but then we, of course, had to get rid of the pitiful pickaxe that we had before and craft the sweet diamond pickaxe. Yeah, we actually didn't get rid of the pickaxe. We got rid of a stone axe. I don't know why I'm keeping the wooden and stone pickaxe, but I am. Then we did find a mine shaft. I have never found that many mine shafts. This is like the third one I think I've ever found. So, that was pretty cool. It had some bread, which was a bit useful. It would have been nice if there was a bit more because of my waning food reserves. Then, of course, we did swap out our iron pickaxe for the non-used one. I don't know why I did this. Like, I don't see the gain, but I did. Of course we left this iron, but then I realized, oh, wait a second, I need to make armor. So, we mined this iron, which was still not enough for a full set of iron, but we're getting there, we're getting there. It'll be there soon, it'll be there soon. So, after that, we did find a bit more iron, It is a mine shaft, there is some cool stuff. Then we found gold. I don't ever, like, really mine gold, but I guess it is useful for, like, golden carrots, golden apples, and piglin trading, so I did mine it, and it was I'd say pretty useful. I don't know if it's pretty useful, but I did mine it. Then we did find a bit more iron, and after we found this iron, guess what we found? We found a bit more of something that I usually never mine. More gold. Let's go. We got more of the cheese ore. Let's go. I love cheese, just so you know. Then we found more diamonds. Now this, I thought it was just going to be a 2 vein, but then it turned out it's a 4 vein, which is just great, because now I have 5 extra diamonds. Then I did find this one right here, but guess what? It's not actually one. It's more than one. Yeah, it was just one. Okay, it was just one. And I think this one's a 2 vein. Yeah, I think this is a 2 vein. Yeah, there we go. So now we have like 8 diamonds. So I could just make I could make a chest plate here and still have enough for the enchant table. So this is just going perfectly. Everything's going lovely here. Then we do craft armor and find a few more diamonds. Now, this one, I think it was a 1 vein, or it was a one. No, it was a 2 vein. Oh, let's go, more diamonds. And then we did, yeah, every time I started talking, I just found more diamonds. So then I tried talking to find diamonds, and it just, yeah, no diamonds showed up after that. So more diamonds, let's go. Yeah, we had a bunch of diamonds at this point, and even more. This is like the most diamonds I've found in like 20 to 30 minutes in a while. Then we did head to the surface, and when we did head to the surface, we did find some cool stuff. But there was also a problem, and I'm just gonna show you my live reaction to this problem that happened. So here you go. It no longer sounds like a word. Alright, we're in the desert. No, 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 no. Not even close. It turned out it was actually a beach and not a desert, but that's fine. Yeah, so I'd like to thank you all for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, and if you did enjoy it, I would love it if you could subscribe. So, with this sunset, I bid you all adieu.